Manji and I'm from Beeathe Foundation. Beeathe Foundation is an NGO which works in the space of health. So health and sanitation projects and campaigns are taken over by Beeathe. And some of the larger campaigns have been the Queen of Heart campaign. There have been many campaigns under the Beeathe Foundation. This is one of our large campaigns on air pollution. There are many partners presently in the campaign, but as we go forward, we are looking forward to have many more partners with us as a part of the campaign. Before we go ahead, I'd like all of you to also join me in welcoming our dignitaries for the occasion. Can I request my doctors to introduce themselves to the media, please? Sir?
I'm Subhash Datta. I work in the field of environment since 1978. It's too old. Thank you.
Subhash Datta is a very well-known environmentalist. He is here today to support the campaign.
I'm Dr. P.S. I'm a lung specialist.
So Doctor is a lung specialist, and he is also he's also with us to explain us why the importance of the campaign, what it means, and we'll take you through the results of the campaign. Sir.
I am Dr. Oliver Beeathe. I'm a pediatric pulmonologist. I should say it's a very rare breed of doctors. Am I right, Asthma?
Yeah.
So he is a pulmonologist, a lung specialist, and especially for children. We've done this survey essentially on children. So before I take you through the details of the survey, let me explain you what the campaign is all about. The essence of the campaign is to start a major discussion and communication and make people aware of the hazards of air pollution and the toxic levels that air pollution has reached. As of now, we have done the survey and started the campaign in the large 4 metros of India, which is Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, and
Subsequently, I changed it. It is better to be polluted than to be polluted like this. That was in early 80s. And in early 90s, when the Supreme Court, it started in 98, 99. And the Supreme Court had made an observation in the auto-emission case that it is more dangerous than even Bhopal gas disaster. I read it in the Supreme Court's order. That was the comments made by the Supreme Court judges, not policing. Policing is active. So, seeing that, and what I started in the year 1978, 79, I felt it. And there is a mandate that we should say something about the air quality index. The air quality index in Calcutta, there are 17 monitoring stations, air quality monitoring stations. 2 of them are mechanical and 15 are manual. Unfortunately, like my father, he was a patient of sugar and hypertension and high blood pressure, but he never used to check. Similarly, the Calcutta preferred not to measure, to put it under the carpet so that it can never come out. The PCB has stopped 15 manual air quality monitoring stations. The reasons they are given, but it is sheer callousness to the issue. To the court, I had stated, well,
Start with a very small note that in India we have a lung capacity which is 30% worse compared to the Westerners. So our lung capacity is 30% lower than a Westerner's lung. So why is this? We have to address this question in a very scientific and systematic way. Next, these 2 organs are unique. They are exposed to environment directly, and an adult like me inhales about 10,000 liters of air. And these 10,000 liters contains what not? A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a lot of pollutants. The health of these 2 organs depend upon the air we breathe. And the health of these 2 organs, they actually determine the health of lot many other organs. Because in our system, every organ is interconnected. You cannot segregate lungs, or you cannot segregate heart, you cannot segregate kidneys. And these lungs, two lungs, they hold the whole circulation. Means if the heart pumps, whatever blood goes to all of the body, same amount of blood goes to the lungs. So if there is a pollutant, it will very quickly absorb. It will be spreading all over the body, and one should feel the effect. I was just listening to the story of a young kid suffering from acute asthma. Sir, yes, pollution may be a cause, but there could be other causes. I cannot say it is just because of pollution, but it is a fact that kids suffer more from asthma if they stay in polluted area. Only one is here, only one will explain everything on that. The lung diseases prevalence is rising, and for adults, if you reside by a street, your chance of having COPD is much higher than you reside in a village. It's just because of the vehicular pollution. Air, the ambient air contains a lot of things. There may be particulate pollution, there may be surface pollutions. There are some pollutions which we cannot really control. If there is a volcanic eruption, there will be pollution in the environment. If there is a forest fire, we can't control it. But a lot of pollution we can control. And these where we need to intervene.
Which is the biggest difficulty. If you look into official statistics, then 40% of the country, like India, demography says that 40% of the population is pediatric age group. So that means from 0 to 18 years of age, of which 40% would have respiratory issues. This is official statistics. And can you imagine that huge plight of respiratory illnesses? Now, unfortunately, respiratory science has been neglected. So also pollution. We're talking about pollution over here. But if you look into certain aspects, we haven't given the due importance that pulmonology or respiratory science should need. Why? If you just look into our city, you'll find 1001 maternity centers and 1001 heart-related hospitals. How often do you see a respiratory or a chest-related hospital? You hardly see. As if you cannot survive by not having your heart working properly. You can do well with the lungs being crushed. So there lies an attitudinal problem, which is what I believe that we were saying earlier on, that we all know this city is choking with all kind of chemicals. In fact, I believe that the first rain or with the rains, that we do get acids coming down. And I'm sure that this is going to affect. Pediatric forms a special group because our lung function tends to grow.